He hit it with such power. He's gone across the face of goal as a striker personally.
Welcome back to St Neots Town TV. It's been a little while since we last spoke. In fact, when we last spoke, it was one of your last pre-season friendlies, and you're sort of established in the league now. You've played a few games. We'll get on to tonight's game in a few moments, but what are your thoughts about the season so far and how the squad's developing?
The squad's developing nicely now. I think we've got 28 lads signed on now, and it's we've got a really good balance of lads that have played a little bit at this level, and lads that are coming through for the first time at this level that haven't played men's football at all. So the squad's looking very good. We've got a nice balance of strikers through midfield, through to the defence. We've got cover in each and every area, so that's a pleasing thing.
And I suppose it's been perhaps a good thing that you've started the season off with quite a few away fixtures so far. How many have you played away so far?
We've played 4 of the 6.
4 of the 6 away. So that's where you need to learn about the team, isn't it?
Gets the guys used to playing at some of these pitches, not playing on the Crown Green Bowls.
Yes.
It's going at some of the rough places. I think Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we've learned in many ways that there's a certain way of playing at home, as you saw tonight, and there's also a different way of maybe playing away from home. I think the guys are starting to get to grips with the styles of football that we're looking for. Yes, we try and play whether we're playing at home or away, but we do it a little bit further up the pitch when we're playing away from home.
Yeah, I mean, just moving on to tonight's game, we've played Bourne Town and we've run out 6-2 winners, conceding the 2 penalties, which I must say was the only way I think they were going to score, unless we were going to start passing it into our own goal, because we did dominate them, to be fair, and they were chasing us around the whole night, to be honest, apart from we got a little bit sloppy towards the end of the match. Other than that, it was pretty comfortable viewing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Certainly first half performance was absolutely fantastic. We moved the ball very, very quickly, moved them all over the park. They couldn't get near to us, to be quite honest, and it's some of the best football at this level that you'll probably see, and that was certainly 2 or 3 of the supporters at half time were saying it's fantastic. And we did warn them at half time. We said, look, there is a possibility in games like this. I've been in many games where I've been 4, 5, 6 up at half time, and you take your foot off the gas. I don't think we did that, to be fair to the boys. I think we kept our foot firmly on the gas, certainly for the first 25, maybe 30 minutes of the second half, and I think again we dominated for that period.
It just gets comfortable, doesn't it? And you overplay at times in areas where we wouldn't normally. Like first half, we were sharp, and you just overplay a little bit extra touches. Try and force a clever little pass, and
it's always in the back of your mind. You're 5-0 up or whatever
it's
it was
difficult.
At that point in the game.
Yeah, whatever level of football you play, you do get lulled in that security where it's comfortable, so you do overplay, and you start some of your decisions not probably as good as you would have done like first half an hour, 3/4 of an hour.
And it was it 4 or 5-0 at half time?
It was
5, I think, wasn't it?
It was 5 at half time. Yeah, 5 at half time. Kane scored shortly after half time to make it 6-0.
And that was his 4th goal.
And that was his first.
Kane Felix show tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And
great finishing.
It was. There were 2 or 3 very clever finishes, but for the first quarter of an hour, to be quite honest with you, Kane for me was coming a little bit too short, going into wide areas, and we said to him beforehand, play nearer to the last man, and play in between the two white posts, and he did that in the end, and he got his just rewards.
Yeah, and let's not forget Chris got us rolling with an excellent header from a perfect corner. He's arrived and smashed it home.
Fantastic. Grant said at the time, he said, Steve, that'd be one that you'd be proud of yourself, and it was the type of goal that I enjoy watching, because it's I scored a few of them myself.
Yeah. That was great delivery, and we keep saying to the strikers, you need to gamble. You've got to attack and gamble, and he did, and it's gone in like a bullet. Perfect, great header, great header.
But for me, out of all of the goals that we scored first half, obviously on video or from the recording that you've got, you'll see that for me, I thought the 6th goal was potentially the best goal of the night in terms of team play. We must have passed it 15, 20 times before the ball's hit the back of the net, and it's a joy to watch when it's like that. And if we'd have taken our chances in the second half, for me, we could have been 10 up before they'd even scored either of their penalties.
And there was many passages in the game where we we've knocked the ball around from side to side,
Nice.
been patient with it, and then used it well,
Yeah.
but just not quite finished in the
Yeah,
second half.
just the last ball times. It was just joy to watch. The ball's gone to the right hand side, and we're comfortable enough to go through the back four and get out the other side, and just popping the ball in the middle of the park, and then in good wide areas. And the delivery was good. When it was just sometimes just not quite getting on the end. Or like I said, the quality of the pass wasn't quite where it could have been.
Being overcritical, if I may be, it's my prerogative, I think. I thought at times first half, early on, we were forcing too many balls and forcing them from deep, and we said to them during the game and obviously at half time, there's no need to force it because they're not near you anyway. They weren't getting close enough to us because we were moving the ball quickly, so therefore there was no real reason for us to force that 50, 60 yard ball. We could have kept the ball moving, and there were times where we switched it well, but other times I thought we were trying to force it a little bit too long, a little bit too early.
Just thinking about some of the individual performances tonight, because it was an immense team performance, no doubt about that, but anyone that springs to your mind straight away other than the obvious goal scorer of the night?
Yeah, I thought Harry Atherton centre back played particularly well alongside Sam. I think they're getting a good understanding now. Harry gave away the second penalty as it happens, but up to that point he played fantastically well. But Sam had obviously complemented him really well, and I thought young David Hartley playing centre midfield for the second game running. He looks very, very comfortable. I suppose anybody that's comfortable in a football on a pitch like this is gonna. But he played particularly well again on Saturday away at Rothwell Corinthians, which isn't a nice footballing pitch. But again, he's not frightened to get his foot on the ball. He's not frightened to pass the ball. He's always looking to get on the ball. Which
he's got a sure touch, hasn't he?
It's fantastic.
He's very confident.
He's never in trouble because technically he's that good. He's in tight areas. He receives the ball in tight areas, and he's got that good a touch and awareness. He just makes space for himself, and that's why you never see him give the football. He's always got hold of the football, and he keeps the football all the while. He's a good lad.
I thought the other two lads, well, Andy Palmer obviously he's always decent when he plays for us, but I thought Jack Selleck and also Aidan McLean tonight were outstanding in the centre of the park. I think we absolutely dominated midfield areas throughout the game, and I thought those two particularly worked their socks off all night, up and down, and they were fantastic.
Yeah, they really complement each other, all three of them. They're playing in the middle. You've got a bit of everything. You've got hard work. You've got somebody that don't mind putting his foot in. Technically, all very good. Comfortable with the football, and they're just a really good blend. They're good lads, and they prepare to work for each other. As the rest of the side are. That's the thing. We work really hard.
I mean, we can go through probably all the lads that played tonight, and everyone's gone out there and done what's asked of them, and at times just done the right thing, done the simple thing, and that's progressed the team forward up the pitch nicely because everyone's moving quick. Good communication out there as well. That's what I noticed. A lot of talking. A lot of feedback, and then the guys are on their backs. They're giving good information like head it back, or
That's one of the things we've worked on, isn't it? It's more than anything because technically they're very good. Their game understanding's getting a lot better, but it's just we were very quiet at one point, weren't we? And now we're gradually trying to get that in there.
It's something that we noticed coming into the game on Saturday. Saturday, you could see that the two centre halves were talking, and you could hear them. And we've not been able to hear them from the sideline. And on Saturday, they were giving instruction, they were pulling defenders in, they were pulling the two wide boys in, getting people in positions in front of them. And you could hear that materialising on Saturday. And again today, I think they stepped up again. And it's something that obviously youngsters are not necessarily good at. But our guys are getting the hang of it now that you need to talk in a football match as well.
But it's a natural progression as... Good job I got that light on, isn't it? I'll just turn it up a little bit. Is that alright?
It all goes, yeah.
They're going to lock the doors now.
Right, we'll continue our interview because we can still see what we're doing. We might have some trouble getting back inside, but we'll use that light. Where were we?
About the communication.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that's going to evolve as the team develops as well.
Yeah.
And you can see that starting to come through tonight. And I thought one of the more unusual goals, but a great strike of the ball, was Reece Loudon tonight from the left-hand side. I don't know if that was a hopeful ping into the box or what.
Whichever way you look at it, it was whether it's a shot, whether it's a cross, whatever. It was a ball that any defender wouldn't like to deal with because he hit it with such power. He's gone across the face of goal. As a striker, personally, I'd be looking to get a little nick in front of the goalkeeper.
Do you know what? I think I can almost hear you starting to shout, you know, the strikers, where are
That's
you?
right,
And then
yeah.
it's in the back.
Whether I'd have actually got there or not with the pace he had on it, I'm not so sure. But it's the thing with Reece, as we saw tonight, many a time he can switch the play. He's got two great feet. He hasn't just got a good left foot. He's got a better right foot than most people as well. And the way that he strikes the ball, and obviously his upbringing anyway. He's second to none at striking a ball, and whether it's a cross, whether it's a shot, it's a good goal from our point of view.
He took a knock from quite a, I was going to say a robust challenge, but it was a blatant foul, wasn't it? How is he?
I think he's all right. I think he'll be all right for Saturday.
Yeah,
He's trying to cry off from Thursday's training already. He's saying, I'll tell you on Thursday, he said, whether I can come training. But we'll see.
So what's next up for you guys?
We've got Owen Chenix, I believe, on Saturday, followed by Hunt Senior. That's a league game. And I think they had a good win tonight. They were 6-0 up at some stage as well. I was getting reports. And I think on Tuesday night we've got St Ives down here in the Hunt Senior Cup, which will be very interesting.
That's a fixture to relish, and we've had many a good battle with them in the past, and I'm sure that's going to continue as well. So thanks for joining us again this evening, and I'm hoping I should be down here next Tuesday as well. So we'll have a look at that local derby.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cheers, Alan.
Thanks very much.
Great strike, son. Great goal, son. You'd have been proud of that. You'd have been proud of that. You wouldn't have got it. That reminded me. Chrissy! Hey, Chrissy! Great delivery. Great delivery. Hey, great run. Well done. Well done. Let's go again. Let's go again.